All right, so I think I heard 5. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, don't remember said it.
Sketch a graph of finding the zeros, the y-intercept, the x-intercept, and end behavior. So if you just look at the polynomial, what are the zeros?
X plus 3.
That's not 3, that's not 0, that's a factor.
X minus 3.
X equals -3. 1. Because what do we do when we leave parentheses? Change the what? Sign. How do you find a y-intercept? What's 0 though? There's a couple of you on your form quiz, you just wrote in the blank 0. It's x equals 0, isn't it? So for our y-intercept here, we got -2 times 0 plus 3 times 0 minus 1 times 0 minus 4. Well, that's 3, that's -1, that's -4. There's a -2 up front. What's that going to give you?
Or no? Yours doesn't have the square. 4.
One of them squared?
My 4 is square.
Means I changed the problem and I didn't change it in the notes. So that's supposed to be a square, thank you. So when I did this video, did I also have to finish the problem? That's okay. Anyways, what's that give you?
22.
Okay, this is going to be 16. This is going to be a -6, isn't it?
Yeah.
So negative. Oh, bless you. 96. The y-intercept is x is 0, the y value is -96. I don't even know why I have x-intercepts written down. Does that need to be there? Why not? I mean, I guess you can take your zeros and put them in order of pairs. What's x equals -3 look like as an order pair? No, it's order pairs. -3, 0. 1, 0. 4, 0. What would the power function be? This guy, the last piece creates an x squared, the piece before it creates an x, the piece before that creates an x, and there's a -2. So -2x to the 4th. How's -2x to the 4th start its day? Low. How's end's day? Low. It's end behavior. All right, on the graphing. We have an x-intercept at -3, an x-intercept at 1, an x-intercept at 4. One of those has even multiplicity. One of them had an exponent of 2. What's that mean you're going to do when you get to that x-intercept? You're going to touch it. And that's this guy. This guy is going to be a touch because the exponent was a 2. Everything else has an understood exponent of what? 1. So those are crosses. And you guys told me we had to start low. So we'll start low. We'll cross x equals -3. We'll come up. Sooner or later, we're going to have to turn and go after this guy. We're going to come down because we crossed through it. We're going to run into the next intercept, and what's going to happen? Can we go through it? No. In fact, we have to bounce off of it because we end low. You get the letter M. All right. What else you can say? What? 9? Hopefully that's not the other one I did in the video. I don't think it is. All right, so if you look at the graph on 9, what's the known zero? 3. The known zero is 3. If I have a known zero, what can I do with it? Use synthetic. Use synthetic division. Where's the 3 going? Outside. Coefficients 1, -1, -4, -6. I saw somebody's homework in here. They just wrote the numbers down here. There was nothing here. It's really lazy. Don't do that. I'm not gonna give you any credit for that. Don't do that. Guys, what do you do with the 1? Draw. Draw it. 3 times 1 is 3, -1 and 3 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6, -4 plus 6 is positive 2. 3 times positive 2 is 6. Expected result. That's the quotient, the result of actually doing long division. So you got 1, 2, 2. What is that as an expression of x? That's right. It's x squared plus 2x plus 2. Two more zeros there, so it's equal to 0. Will it factor? No. You know factors of 2 that add to 2. Enlighten me if you do. I'm not saying they don't exist. There are factors of 2 that add to 2, but guess what? They are imaginary. How are you going to find them? It won't factor. What are you going to do? Quadratic formula. Not everybody in this room knows the quadratic formula. It's x equals -b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Not everybody knows it. Well, you got it right. You guys want to do 11 as well. Also, what you want, by the way. If you're not looking at self-plateau, you're shooting yourself in the foot on the point, please. There's some stuff on the back that's pretty easy too. All right, so we plug in. Opposite of that, +2 is a -2. Plus or minus, good behavior, square that 2. Minus 4 times a, which is 1, and c, which is 2, offset and put the other place of 1. Then you figure out what's in that radical. I think it's -4. So I'm hearing some people tell me that the radical ends up being -4. Real or imaginary? Imaginary. What's the root of an actual 4 then? 2. So 2 imaginary units. -2 over 2 plus or minus 2i over 2. How aren't you writing any of that down? Did you write? Okay, you write that down. What's -2 over 2? -1. How about 2i over 2? I. With the last 2 zeros. You know, help us down. I didn't want to do. What else you can see? 16. Does that have anything to do with that homework assignment? It does. 4 terms is usually factored by grouping. What can you pull out of 4x cubed and 8x squared? Pull out 4x squared. I know what kids think about graphing, but it is, I swear, the easiest way to solve inequalities. So 0 greater than 4x squared. What's left? X plus 2. And x plus 2 needs to repeat. So what needs to be pulled out of the last 2 terms? The -1. You have to include the understood one. You can't just say minus. You have to understand there's understood one. What's the common factor of both pieces? It's my x plus 2. And what's the stuff left over? There you go, 4x squared minus 1. Well, 4x squared minus 1 factor. Yes, it will. How? But notice this class will become a difference in those who can factor and those who can't. You were warned. You were warned in Algebra 1, you better learn how to factor. It shows otherwise. All right, time to graph. Each one of those factors, what's the understood exponent? It's 1. So at each 0, what are you going to do as far as the x-axis is concerned? Cross it, because we have odd multiplicity. All right, x plus 2 is a factor. Where's the 0? -2. Using the zero product property, 2x minus 1 is a 0, a factor. What's the 0? 1/2. Set it equal to 0. Add 1, divide by 2. 2x plus 1 is a 0. Is a factor. What's the 0? -1/2. That was the power function. How did it start his day? Low. It's positive x to the odd. Ended how? High. All right, we're going to start low. We're going to hit this factor. All of them had odd multiplicity. We're going to pass through. We're going to eventually come back down. We're going to have to go back up. And that satisfies the graph. Now, what is that equation's relationship to 0? Less than. The equation's on the other side. It's less. Which to a graph is the stuff that's what? Below. That stuff right there. You need to be able to find this using inequalities and interval form. What is x's relationship to -2 on this table? Less than, because left is what? Less. Left is less. Here, the x value is stuck between -1/2 and +1/2. And what's always a symbolism in a situation like that? It's less than. Always. How do you write x being less than -2 as an interval? That's right. You've been paying attention. -b, -2, union with. How do you, go ahead. -1/2. Unless you go brain dead, you might be 4 this year. You might be. Anything else you care to see? 17 be where I stop, probably. Let's see, the height. I did that in the video, didn't I? Oh, I did one just like it in the video. You know, I did one just like it. I was hoping you wouldn't ask me how to do this one. That's why I did it. The height of a rectangular storage box is less than its length and its width. The function x cubed plus 2x squared minus 3x represents the volume of the rectangular box. X represents the width of the box in feet. So find the factored form. Can you pull 1x from everything? Yeah, okay. That's your first step. Second step is to factor that thing in 3 pieces. What do we call that thing in 3 pieces? What's its mathematical word? Trinomial. It's factor the trinomial. Are there factors of the -3 that will add to 2? They are. What are they? Not sure what I heard there, but I'm going to assume I heard x minus 1, x plus 3. Or something along those lines. All right. That's it for factoring. Which one of those things is x? The width. I'm going to jump actually down to part C before I do A and B. Or sorry, before I do B. So the width is x. That leaves me with height and length. Which one's the height? Read the passage. Huh? It'd be x minus one. Y is the height x minus one. It's less than. So it's the height less than length and width. So if the width is x, the height has to be smaller, so you're taking something away. The length has got to be the other piece, the x plus 3. Length usually means long piece. What it means, long piece. Find the zeros. Is that equal to 0? You use what property that we've used every day forever? Zero product property, what are the 3 zeros? Go. Not easy. Find the dimensions of the box and the volume is 10 cubic foot. By the way, this was volume. Right there. That was volume. Where are you going to put the 10? Equal to. Well, don't put it in for x, because the volume this time. This was not designed to factor. It wasn't designed to factor. What I do in the video. I graphed it. What you calculate? I might have to hit the reset button on the back of them. They've been up there so long they kind of turned off and they're hard to turn on. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Again, there's a little reset button on the back. You might have to toggle to get it to power on. Sometimes you just hold the on button for a few seconds, it will kick on. Maybe you'll get lucky. Where are you going to put that 10? I'm interested in looking why too. Easiest thing you can do. You just have to know where to put the 10. You can use your factored form or you can use the original equation. You probably use the original equation because you might have factored it wrong. Anybody couldn't get the calculator to turn on? Always a Zoom 6. Zoom 6 will actually probably do it. You could look a little higher if you wanted to, but see, this is one of the reasons why I always tell you to look high. But I feel like it's going to do the job. You can see it, right? Second trace what? Second trace what? 5, intersect. There's only one answer. Get button happy. Press enter 3 times. Yeah, it worked out to be nice. It was 2. Is that what it's asking though? No, but this is an answer on a multiple choice test. What happens if you pick said answer? Wrong. So that was the width. The width was x. The width is 2. The height is x minus 1, which is 1. And the length is x plus 3, which is 5. Does that work? Do 2, 1, and 5 give you a volume of 10? I think they do. 2 times 1 is 2, times 5 is 10. Make it how not everybody got right on the form, please. That was disappointing. Not everything got on the volume of the box. You probably should stop. Anything else that's urgent though? All right, know where she goes. What's up with Cam?